Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the press release, or the NDA, has been released, and all the information from the press conference from last week is revealed. There isn't information in terms of when the beta will be released. They say soon. That's the best we got. That's the only thing that disappoints me. Otherwise, we're looking good. Of course, we don't have a release date either, but I didn't expect that. Now, there's a lot of specific information in terms of the dungeons, the raids, the continent itself, the Pandaren, the monk, all that stuff that you guys are curious about. Go ahead and I will put some links below and you can go ahead and see it. Of course, most of it's on MMO-Champion. I could pretty much just give you the link to that and just have that. Now, what I was curious about, and I think something we should all be concerned about in terms of being being Warcraft players, is what is it going to do to the bare bones, to the skeleton of our game. So things that we already know and things that are going to change, that sort of thing. Well, the first thing that struck me is the final patch of Mists of Pandaria will be the Siege of Orgrimmar. Both factions will lay siege to the city and bring Garrosh down and end his reign as war chief. Now that's pretty damn cool. I mean, both factions are just gonna get all up in Garrosh's shit and take him down. That's pretty damn cool. Now it is interesting that's the final patch of Mists of Pandaria. It's not going to occur before Pandaria comes out. That would have been, to me, kind of a nice little bridge from Kata into Pandaria, but of course we have to have all that conflict between the two factions, so he's of course going to be at the center of it, I'm sure. Now, the LFR, they're going to change the way things roll. You're just going to roll, and if the boss has something you can use, it'll calculate it and you'll win it. It's pretty simple. I guess they're getting rid of the whole bonus 100 roll thing. Thing that I was really concerned about, you guys know me, I have 10 characters on 2 servers on both factions. How was I going to make a panda? How was I going to make a monk? An 11th character slot has been added. So luckily on those 2 servers that I'm on, I can roll a Pandaren without having to worry about a thing. AoE looting. If you guys have never played any other games, any other MMOs like Rift or anything, or I think SWTOR had it as well, where you loot one body, but all the things in the area that are lootable will just be looted automatically. So you don't have to sit there and hunt and peck through. I mean, shoot. Think about if you want to take a high-level character through a low-level instance, and you can just bury through 50 different NPCs, kill them, and just press one button, loot, bam, all of it gets looted at once. That's pretty damn cool. So that I'm excited about. Let's see, no new race models. They are not upgrading the races at this point. They were still talking about it. It still may happen at some point, but apparently not at launch at any rate. There will be 9 level 90 heroics for players, as well as 3 raids with 14 bosses, plus 2 world bosses. Also, with those raids, with the 14 bosses, there will be the 3 difficulties right out the gate. You'll have the LFR, you'll have your normal, and you'll have your heroic. So, no worries there. Let's see, what else do we want to talk about here? Cloud Serpents are the Pandara's mount of choice. I'm not sure exactly what a Cloud Serpent is. I'm assuming it's those like snake serpenty things with the wings that we've seen, unless there's a new version of it. I would assume there would be, more of a kind of an Asian feel, almost like what the Heart of the Aspects might be, perhaps. I'm not sure. Now, Warlocks are getting really drastically changed. One of the main things is they're getting some new pets, and there's some other mechanical differences as well. I won't go into all of those, you Warlocks. There is a big section down below here on MMO-Champion. You can go ahead and scout that out. I might go over that at some point, but I'll do that in a different video. Let's see. Yeah. Challenge modes, the scenarios. I think everybody's kind of heard enough about those. There's not been anything significant brought up about those. There'll be 7 zones up from 5, from what they were, I guess, planning, or what we are used to. I don't think it's what we're used to. Northrend had more than that. Let's see. Of course, every race except Goblin and Worgen can be the monk. And the premise of Pandaria patch will be roughly 2 weeks before the launch and bring simple rewards. Although this is the interesting part, it might result or involve a scenario with Theramore and the Alliance versus Horde theme. So there's the apparent attack on Theramore brought on by the Horde. My only hope is Jaina's either kidnapped or killed, but we won't get into all that. Anyway, guys, that's what we've got in terms of the majority of what's changing to our game per this expansion. Again, there are more specifics in terms of the new races, new continent, all that stuff that are the new race, the new continent that's coming along with down below. There's so much information I couldn't even begin to cover all the specifics here. There's tons of write-ups here on MMO-Champion. There are videos. It's very in-depth, which, you know, they have had, you know, this whole week, this past week or so, 5 days or whatever it's been, to put all this stuff together and launch it. So they were really prepared. Once this link was given out on Twitter, it was just a flood of information. So, alright guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I will get to more specific information once I've gone through more of it, but that is the crux of it for now. Alright, thanks guys, and I'll be talking to you again soon.